today's Bible verse. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 26. I in turn will laugh when disaster strikes you, I will mock when calamity overtakes you. Amen. Explanation of this verse. The message of Proverbs 1:26 is that if we ignore wisdom and choose to live foolishly, we will reap the consequences. When disaster strikes, God will not help us, and we will be left to suffer the consequences of our own choices. The verse begins with the words I in turn will laugh. This shows that God will not be merciful to those who have rejected His wisdom. He will not come to their aid when they are in trouble. Instead, He will laugh at their misfortune and mock their pain. The verse goes on to say that when disaster strikes, it will be like a storm or a whirlwind. This imagery suggests that the suffering will be sudden and overwhelming. The person who has rejected wisdom will be completely unprepared for the calamity that befalls them. The final part of the verse says that when the person calls out to God for help, He will not answer. This shows that God will not intervene on their behalf. They will have to suffer the consequences of their own choices. The message of this verse is a sobering one. It reminds us that we should not take wisdom for granted. If we ignore it, we will eventually pay the price. When disaster strikes, we will be left to suffer alone. The verse is a warning against rejecting wisdom. Wisdom is essential for living a good and prosperous life. If we ignore it, we will eventually make bad choices that will lead to pain and suffering. The verse also shows that God is just. He will not reward those who make foolish choices. When they suffer the consequences of their own actions, He will not intervene to help them. The verse is a reminder that we should not take God's mercy for granted. If we are wise, we will seek His guidance and protection. But if we reject Him, we will eventually be left to suffer alone. May God bless us through this today's Bible verse. Say Amen. If you love to see the beautiful words of God, then follow for more.